Welcome to the Avalanche podcast. Today we are talking about the Man United game that has literally just finished. Andrew, what a game. I'm still trying to process that. I mean, it started so well. It went really dodgy in the middle and it looked like it was going to stay that way. What did you think?
I'm fucking exhausted. That's what I think. Rollercoaster emotions. I thought, nice. 2-0 up, early in the game, we're fine. We might get another. Sit back a little bit, make them take the game to us, catch them on the counter attack. Somehow they caught us on the counter attack twice while we were winning.
Yeah. Two mistakes as well.
No, the third one I thought was... So it was a mistake for the first one because Caicedo's passed.
Yeah.
And then the second one was just like a good bit of play from them with Fernandez's header at the back post.
Yes.
And then the third one,
yes, the
third one, that really heavy touch, and they got away. I didn't understand how we went from 2-0 up to losing, and then the last 2-3 minutes of that game that we've ended up winning.
Well, we got a second penalty.
Yeah, which was
both penalties were penalties.
In my humble opinion, yes.
Yeah.
And then, maybe a stroke of luck with the deflection for the last one, but I think we deserved a stroke of luck at some point in this season.
No, definitely.
I don't think we've had a lot.
No, it was definitely a stroke of luck with the deflection off McTominay, but I don't think it's undeserved. Even Sir Ali McCoist.
Sir Ali McCoist.
I think it should happen.
You're giving him a night, are you?
Okay. I would actually. Just for his time on Question of Sport, take football out of it. Even he said no team deserves to lose, and I think there's an argument there. I think I'm just more annoyed that we allowed them to get back into it. You know, that's the killer for me on that one, in the sense of it. You know, it then looked like we were the masters of our own downfall again. You know, you're then thinking, have we learnt our lessons from the Burnley game? Have we learnt our lessons from other games? And the answer just sort of seemed to be coming back, no.
Well, the answer is we haven't, right? We haven't. And then Cole Palmer has just bailed us out. Again, after, to be fair, Nonny won us a penalty, but it's just mental. The individual mistakes is so baffling, and it's why I don't understand the calls for Poch, because we've conceded, 50 goals this season?
50. 50.
I would be willing to bet that 30 of those are individual mistakes. You could put it down to an individual, cock-up mistake.
No, exactly, I agree. The set pieces we definitely need to work on, both attacking and defensively. Harry Maguire was always available when they had a set piece.
Yeah.
We have brought in that new coach we will be bringing in that new coach from Brentford at the beginning of next season, who is a set piece master apparently. But again, you're right. It is the individual mistakes, and they always seem to cost us. And I think the most frustrating thing for me as well is when Chalobah came on, I actually thought we looked really solid not really, but a bit more solid at the back. And he was dictating play. He was trying to command that defensive line. He was, I think, passing better. And it just seems, it just seems to me, as I said to you earlier on when we watched the game, when he plays now and Connor plays, obviously Connor got a goal today. I thought he played very well in the first half. It's almost just to get their price tags up.
Yeah, I don't. Chalobah doesn't jump in as much as the other defenders. The others seem to like trying to get in front of players, and I think that partially leads to our downfall. And it's a way of winning the ball back quicker and getting in there and stopping decent attacks. But if you get it wrong, 8 times out of 10 you're conceding. And I think that's been one of our problems this season. And I think Trevor is quick as well, quicker than the rest of them. Yeah,
I think he's better on the ball as well. I actually think he's pretty good on the ball.
I'm not nervous when he gets the ball.
No, that's what I'm saying.
And he's not afraid to just get rid of it if he needs to get rid of it.
No, I think he's got a mature head on him.
Yeah.
I think he's got a bit more of an experienced head on him. And I look at some of the other players that we've had coming in, especially in the defensive parts, and I just feel like that's what they're lacking. But it was a good performance from him when he came on. Who else stood up for you today? Obviously, we spoke about Palmer, we spoke about Chalobah, we have spoken briefly about Connor. He got his goal. He does what Connor does. He pressed. He ran all over the park. Who else?
I think Nani's got magic feet. Magic feet. He's the only winger that I'm like, this bloke's going to take people on regularly and beat them. That we've got. The rest of them will try. I think Cole's not that type of winger that's going to take players on and beat them.
He's not. No, he's not.
And he's exceptional, so I don't really...
He still beats players in his own way.
He does beat players.
I think we said this in the pre-game. He doesn't have that same pace outlet. He doesn't play that way.
Yeah.
He's not slow, but he's...
And that's what I'm saying, is to get him out of this conversation in terms of I'm not having a go at him because obviously he's been our best player.
I'm not having a go at the guy who just scored us 3 goals.
Yeah.
No.
He's just not that type of player. But Mudryk, Sterling are effectively explosive players that should be beating players and getting the ball in or doing something after beating someone, and that's a large part of what they should bring to the team to create space and create problems for the other team's defence. But I think Nani's the only one that really back consistently to do it. I think showed it again.
No, absolutely. I'm not taking anything away. He does have that. He does have a shot on him. Would I like him to be a bit more accurate sometimes? Of course I would, because then we get more goals. But I'm not going to take anything away from him. I do find it interesting though that he ends up being on the bench a fair amount, and then even when it comes to substitutions, he's not always the first winger we bring on. I don't understand that, because I didn't think Sterling did an awful lot when he came on.
No, the only thing I can think is...
He did one good cross, but no one was there.
Potts doesn't like him on the left.
Doesn't like Nani on the left, you mean?
Because he's relatively 2-footed.
Yeah, he is.
So he doesn't shy away from using his right foot, really. Does he lose a little bit? Is his game a little bit cutting on his left foot?
Fair amount.
But he does go the other way and cross it with his right foot. So, and when the other two of them haven't...
Sterling and Mudryk,
haven't exactly been flying, I just feel like the bloke deserves a chance, because obviously Palmer's having that amazing season, so he can't really be in the team above Palmer, but I still feel like he's one of our best forwards. I think he's our second best forward at the minute.
No, I'd have to agree with that. I think Mudryk offers something with the late runs. I prefer Mudryk coming through the middle. I don't think he's played badly on the left over the last 2 games. I think playing in the middle's definitely gives him some confidence. But we're not seeing that as much from him out wide. You see him beating players predominantly in the middle, if anywhere. But I feel like his late runs and the speed that he comes in with is a bonus. It's just not quite linked up fully yet.
But that's part of the reason why I can't fathom why he's struggling. Because...
What, Mudryk?
Yeah, effectively, our wingers come in and then we get overlapping runs from the left back and right back.
Yes.
So he kind of should be pretty in the middle and be playing in that way.
Yes.
And it feels like he's avoiding doing that.
I think, yeah, I know what you mean. I remember a game before where he kept being told to go out wide and he was cut in, and Enzo was going into that position, and Enzo was having to go out and telling him to go up there. Because Enzo likes to play those balls into the far corners and over the top. Do you know what I mean? And I think sometimes it is a bit of a stylistic thing in terms of what way are we playing?
Yeah.
You know, how are we going to get in behind this team, or how are we gonna, you know? And I think sometimes it's not. I think it's obviously confusing for him at times, but I think for a lot of players sometimes it's still quite confusing, even in different areas of the pitch. Where who am I giving this ball to? Who's my next outlet? You know, and that's why I think certain players keep getting caught and trapped because they're kind of semi-open, but they're not, and then they don't have an outlet. They have to go backwards, and it actually invites a press and pressure. But no, I agree. I think he's done well. I've said before. At the moment, I like to see him on the left. I will be amazed if we don't buy another left winger. But I do think that means somebody's got to go.
I think they're going to get rid of Sterling if they can.
Or he keeps saying he wants to stay. I just don't know how much of a say he gets in that. But then again, I'm not surprised if he's enjoying his 325k contract
to do fuck all.
To do sweet FA. I know everyone's been said, we can't be mean to players and we've got to be nice to him. But I'm not being funny. He went through the motions when he came. Apart from that one cross, you know, he cut inside a few times, slowed the ball down, didn't do something straight away when he cut inside. He always pauses. It's just, he doesn't put a challenge in. I think he put in one challenge. He doesn't like heading the ball. I get that. He's quite short and he's not going to win it. I understand that, but he doesn't do anything to put the other player off. So I just didn't really see anything from him today. That's again why I'm like, why did Noni not come on first? You know,
there were times where Sterling was out wide right. At a point, he decided to go out wide right.
I think Noni was on the left as well at one point.
Yeah, it's just frustrating. I think
it's
that situation and the individual mistakes just frustrating.
But overall, let's not get too sidetracked and bombed down from this. At the end of the day, I think we deserved that result. I don't think it should have been 4-3. It shouldn't have been 4-3, but I do think we should have won.
Yeah, I do.
We did not deserve to lose that 3-2, put it that way. I really don't think we
almost
deserved
every decent chance they had in the game. I know that we both had a lot of shots. I think there's a lot of times where we should have shot and we didn't shoot.
Yeah.
There would have been very good chances. And I think they defended a hell of a lot better than we did.
They defend better as a group. They just packed the box up because, as we said, it's going to be quite an open game, which it was at times. But they always have 2 or 3 players counter-attacking. Yeah. And they are rapid. And Garnacho is clinical. Anthony on his day can produce something, which we saw that lovely cross from him today. You know, Rashford then came on. Højlund didn't have a bad game. You know, even Bruno Fernandes, I mean, he started off a counter-attack.
Got himself a goal as well.
Got himself a goal at the back post, cheekily. So, not that I like him. I can't stand him. But yeah, you know, I think overall that was a good game. And that's got us up to 9th.
Officially?
I believe so, yeah. If I remember my maths correctly from the other day, because I remember saying to you, had we won against Burnley, that would have put us up to 9th, and then if we win against United, that would put us to 7th, which would have been 3 points behind United. So had we beaten Burnley, we could be 7th now, with 3 points behind United.
With a game in hand.
With a game in hand.
Yeah.
Which is why Burnley was so frustrating.
Yeah, it's nuts. I didn't realise that. We win. We've got 1 game in hand on Newcastle and Brighton. And if we win, we'll go above them. We've got 2 games in hand on West Ham. So if we get 4 points, the next 2 games will be above West Ham.
But those games in hand are against Spurs and Arsenal, unfortunately.
Okay, yeah, fine. Well,
so, you know, that's the downside.
If we can actually win
which is why I was upset about Burnley. Any other positives, any other mentions you want to make from today's game?
I think Gusto had a bit of a shaky start, but after that was alright.
I don't think he had a shaky start. No, I think he made
a couple of mistakes early on.
I didn't notice it. I mean, he does have a mistake in him sometimes, but overall, he's solid. He got forward, he got back. You know, he was still one of the best players on the pitch. And I was a little bit worried when he wasn't moving so well.
Yeah.
And we had to bring on Gilchrist.
Yeah.
because it's been got on and off now a few weeks where that's been happening with him.
Yeah, it's not ideal with our injury crisis, but I think those are the main positives. I don't think anyone else had. I don't think Enzo was bad.
I was about to say, I think he grew into the game. He started stretching. Once the game was a bit more open, he was able to stretch the ball a little bit more, like how he likes to do it. You know.
I think for the first 10 minutes, but up until we went 2-0 up, I thought everyone was doing pretty well. Other than I thought Gusto was slow for him, off the pace for him. But yeah, I think we just seem to concede that goal and I think we seem to relax, take it slightly too easily
after the two goals.
Once we were 2-0 up, and then we really seem to struggle after we take our foot off the gas a little bit to get back on it.
It's the game management. It's controlling the game.
Mm.
We said that against Burnley. Like, how is it that we are not able to control a game when we have 11 men, they have 10 men, and we have also got a 1-goal lead? Yeah. We let them back in, we scored, and we let them back in again with 13, 15 minutes to go, including extra time. Supposedly. Off the top of my head. So...
You'd think we fucking lost after this, wouldn't you? After this pot. We fucking won the game.
No, that's what I tried to keep bringing. I keep trying to bring it back into a positive thing, which I do think it's a good win. The downside is the Burnley result. Unfortunately, if this result would be even bigger if we hadn't had that draw against Burnley. But at the same time, even if we say we got the win, we know we were lucky to get the win. We probably deserved the win. But again, mistakes happen. And those things keep repeating themselves. So, the game management and certain players' intensity just wasn't there. And by that, I also mean like that mistake with Caicedo passing the ball. All right, he should have passed it back to the goalkeeper, but Badiashile was completely switched off. Like, he's not even looking at what's going on. And that's to me is like that, intensity about being aware, like understanding what's going on. Because if he is switched on, maybe something different. Yeah,
situational awareness of just like, this might come to me, and therefore I just need to make sure I'm paying attention. Oh, it should go back to the goalkeeper.
Like, it's got nothing to do with me. It's like, well, it does. You're on the pitch. You're right next to him. Mistakes happen, and also you're one of the covering defenders.
Thank fuck for Cole Palmer.
Oh, absolutely. We would have been absolutely fucked without him today.
Yeah. Thank fuck for Cole Palmer.
Thank fuck for Cole Palmer.
That's it, isn't it?
I think that might be the name of the title.
Yeah.
Right. Well, with that, excellent result. Crazy ass game. Definitely deserved to win that. Definitely did not deserve to lose it. Still some things to work on, but overall, thank fuck for Cole Palmer, and definitely some other players there that we've mentioned. Thank you all for watching. Stay tuned for the pre-game for Sheffield United on the weekend. As always, please like, share, subscribe, comment, follow, hit that notification button, and stay tuned for the next episode.